Howdy, everybody. It's Cheri, and I'm in the craft camper. It's Monday, guys. It's been a very Monday for me. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing well. Let me see who all's here. It is, what's today? I don't have my computer in front of me today, so I gotta, what's today? Today is Monday the 12th. I should know that because it says right there, February 12th. Yeah, Cheri. Read, Cheri. Sorry. All right. Sandy, hello to you. Hello. Guys, I have to tell you, I so enjoyed the Zoom yesterday. I do think when I sent out my newsletter link, that maybe the link didn't work because my husband was like, I tried to get into your Zoom and I couldn't get into your Zoom. So I think there might have been more people if my link would have worked in the email. So I don't know if you all encountered that, but I think I need to figure out technology. Technology and I are not getting along today. Hello, Vera. How are you? Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Nitsy's having her dinner. Says she'll be back. Oh, chicken Cajun pasta. Ooh, spicy. She's eating some spicy food. Darly K, how are you doing? Let's see, what does it say? Hey y'all, Miss Cheri you got your yarn. Yay, good. I'm glad. You are so welcome. Finish the bunny, and then I'm going to make a toboggan and a scarf with awesome. Yay, the bunny! How many? The bunny here we have to show. I'm so excited that I got that tutorial done. But what makes me even more excited is y'all are like making them, and it's so fun. It's so fun to see everybody making them. So I don't know. It just makes me happy. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. Hello, Lisa. How are you doing? Kim is here. As you're hopping on, guys, say hello. Tell me where you're watching from. If you're new, we're glad that you're here. Kim, exclamation point. Hello, Nairo. Got my happy heart. My happy heart's holding my coffee. My happy coffee. I'm happy you're here. Glad to see you. How are you feeling? I hope you don't have the yucky yucks. The yucky yucks. I've been praying. I was praying this morning that you didn't get the yucky yucks. Russ, 1325. Hello to you. Or can you guys hear my echo? Echo into my coffee cup. So I had a really bad morning. Oh, yay! Bill and Joyce Arrington. How are you doing? How are you doing, my Bridgerton people? Kim, watching from Poughkeepsie, New York. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. You guys, this makes me so happy. Just being here. I'm so happy. I'm so excited to crank out a hat. I'm kind of behind, guys. I'm kind of behind because I missed my days and now I got to get caught up on my goal because my goal is going in the toilet because I haven't made enough hats lately. I'm so glad that you like the bunny. I like the bunny too. And just so you guys know, you don't have to make your bunny like mean like my bunny's mean, but I just made my bunny how I'm feeling. It's a representation of me. I shouldn't laugh at myself. That's not, yeah, I'm kind of angry. Okay, Kathy, tried to clean my centroid. Oh no! You think you broke it? Oh, better not have broke it. Is it not where it's not cranking? Or is it not counting? Or what's it not doing, Kathy? I don't know. I hope I can help you figure it out. I hope you did. I'm sure you didn't break it. It's just probably something's not lined up. Take a deep breath and take it apart again. I bet something's not lined up. I bet that's it. Because all those stupid parts have to line up to make it work. Are you in the process of the bunny, Sandy? Oh, I'm so excited. You got to share when you're done. You got to share. You got to share. You got to share. Hello to you. I don't know what that says, but thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Missouri. Vera's in Missouri. Hello, Vera. How are you doing? Good morning to you as well. Majid? Oh, no, that's okay. I liked it. I like the exclamation point on the second line. It makes me smile. Let's see. Nairo, thank you for the heart. Yeah, hearts. Naira's hearts. In case you were wondering, hook stitch by stitch, that's where I got that. You can go buy yourself some. Okay. He parked our roaming home in central Utah. Now to get out the machines and get cranky. So I hope your trip's going well. I hope that you're safe and sound and all the things are going well. Let's see. Hello, I'm hanging in there, but stressing. Of course, I have court today at 1. Ooh, Rose. I'll be praying it goes well for you. Court stinks. Court is like the doctor to me. That's scary stuff. I don't know what's going on, but I hope it goes the way that you need it to go. Mary Beth, Maryland. Like or subscribe, whichever you'd like to do. I appreciate you if you did both. Thank you. Trisha, I can't believe I didn't realize that it was you. I can't believe I didn't realize that. Like, I didn't put it together. It's like, that's my Trisha that was on. I was talking to my Trisha yesterday. Okay, I'm silly, I know. Oh, okay. You tested negative. So not that, but my head has, oh no. So it's some other kind of creepy crud. Ugh, yuck. I hate it. The illnesses just need to be gone. I had sunshine. Now it's gone. I had it for like a couple hours this morning. I was so grateful for the sunshine. And no more sun. We'll get through it though, guys. Together we will get through it. All right. Lisa says, I finally ordered the Z machine. It should be here Thursday. I'm very excited. Oh, I'm excited for you. Keep an eye on your counter because mom broke it. Because like that was the first one that I had break. I've had several machines and I never, but I'll tell you, if it does happen, get that other counter, that purple one. It works really well. It does work well. Sharon, thank you for being here. Trisha says, maybe I'll switch to YouTube. You can watch wherever you'd like to watch. YouTube, Facebook. I'm nowhere else though. I'm not doing the Instagram anymore because it's just kind of a pain. Deborah in Nashville, Tennessee. All right, guys. Oh, it's grinding. Is it grinding with no yarn in it, Kathy, or when you put yarn in it? I'm going to take it apart again and while I watch your live. Okay, just hopefully I won't be too distracting. We're going to 7 to 13. Oh, Kim, that's depressing. You know what? I love winter, guys, but for whatever reason, I'm just over it. I'm over it. Anybody else with me on the, oh man, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm 50 and now I'm just old and I have to have sunshine. Now I'm kind of understanding why people go to Florida, even though I don't like really, really hot weather generally, but I need some sunshine. Oh, look. Oh, you guys, I said that and the sun came out again. I'm not even joking. Like the clouds parted. Jesus is listening. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. You guys think I'm nuts. All right, let me tell you. I'm going to grab my machine. I'll say hi to more people. Let me grab my machine. We're going to use, in case you're hopping on and wondering what the heck I'm doing, I'm going to crank out a hat. I'm going to use some of the, this is that magic glitz. I have several of those. I think I have two, maybe one more of those left. I'm going to get this used up. I have a very disappointing thing with my Ice Yarn website today. Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me grab my machine. All right. I'm going to use the Z machine. Let me switch it over. Hold on. Let me switch because I need to get cranking because I need to make a hat. Need to make a hat. Let's get down to business. There we go. I think I got it. All right. So, okay. So let me tell you about what happened to me this morning. I got my very first order on that website because I'm a reseller for ice yarns. And what does that mean? Like, it means that I just, they do drop shipping for me. And I'm like, repping them with this website. But I've had a little bit of issue with it because I'm trying to go back and forth. You got to realize they're in Turkey, right? I thought this was going to be really smooth. Not smooth so far. Ice is great, but communication sometimes is difficult because, they're not in the United States. They're in Turkey and I don't speak anything but English. But so I was trying to get like my logo on there. We've been going back and forth about that. And then I got the first order came through. And it goes through like my PayPal account or whatever, and then I have to upload my order to Ice and all of the things, right? And I don't know that like this, it's just a lot of stuff. But anyways, it's learning curve, but I'm figuring it out. But guess what? PayPal doesn't like it. They thought that I'm a scammer, so they froze my business account. So that happened to me this morning. One order comes through and they froze my account. And I'm the dumb that left all my business money in my PayPal account. So hopefully that'll get resolved, guys. But that's frustrating as all get out. So we'll have to see. Moving forward, I will let you know because if things don't get resolved and I can't get some answers from Ice on certain things with the website, I may just go back to doing affiliate links with them. So I'll keep you updated on that. I still love their yarn. No joke. It's good stuff. We're going to use this magic glitz. If you like I used to not be like, I didn't like the shiny, but I've kind of fallen for it. Do you guys see that? It's so pretty, guys. It's so stinking pretty. So we're going to make a hat out of that. I can't remember what I did last time. I think it's going to take like 150 rows or more. I see Kim's message about the 7 to 13 inches. Kim, where are you at again? Where are you at? Because 7 to 13, that's a lot of snow. I don't want any more snow. Oh no, I'm afraid I stripped the handle gear in mine this weekend. Oh gosh, everybody's going down. The machines are going down. I don't like that. Darlie K, I'm making 2 cranky bunnies for my grandbabies or grandboys and 3 sweet bunnies. Oh, that's an awesome idea. Yes, the boys, my son included, like, or my sons, I should say, they like the grouchy stuff better. Let's see. Russ said, broke my Centro, had to get another one. Okay, you guys are doing so much work. It's like breaking the machines, right? The PJ Mommy, you posted a teaser on my face. Oh, I'll have to look on your bunny. I'll have to look. I'm over here now. I'm over here. Oh, you're over on YouTube. I see you, Trisha. I see you on the tube. I see you. I see you. Okay, so let me find my end here. Okay, we're just gonna dump this in. I want to make sure it's not going to get knotted, and we'll go ahead and cast on, and then we'll get going. We'll get cranking, guys. We'll get a hat made here. I promise. I promise myself, anyways. So yeah, so it's been a fun morning to wake up to that this morning with PayPal, and they just better not be dorps about it. But see, the thing is, I'm doing all affiliate stuff, and it's a little, little money here, little money there, and they're probably like, "What is she doing? What's going on?" And now she's getting an order, and we don't even know she has a website, and blah 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 blah. So whatever, I don't know. It's just frustrating. Yeah, I'm sure it'll resolve itself, and it'll be good. Hopefully, I can report back with some good news. But other than that, it was a wonderful weekend. My son's birthday was Saturday. Oh, I'm going because this is a 3-weight yarn, guys. I'm going to use the first tension guide. I know I always say I use the middle. I don't always use the middle. I lie. If it's 3-weight, I use the tightest one generally. But yesterday was our Zoom, guys, and I so enjoyed it. Ladies, I really, really appreciate all of you who were there and sharing your stories and stuff. It was very nice. Makes me not feel so alone. I just really like it. Let's see. JNT Leather, just getting over a head cold. My husband helped to look at my Centro, and we attempted to fix the gear that ground down with some cementing putty stuff. Hope it works. Oh, and you can always, JNT Leather, you can always look at, is it Grumpy Head? They have gears, replacement gears. Thank you, Nikita. That's where you all can get like the cute things from Nairo. Keep giving her a shout out because I love her stuff. I'm actually gonna I got my hearts here. It's just so happy. I'm so happy. Live finally slowed down a minute to catch a live. Yay! I'm glad, Cheryl. Thank you for being here. Char from Seattle. I will tell you one thing. I want to say one thing before I forget, because my brain is like, whoo, I'm losing my marbles or whatever. With this dopamine, isn't that funny? Dopamine, I don't know if that's how I think it's Dopamine Innovations. Their counter, I really do like it, but I do so much on the machines. I've trained my stupid brain to watch this counter. So when I get to where I'm done, I usually look here, and it's, and then it's my last pin where I need to stop, right? 100 and whatever rows, boom, I'm done. But since it's over here, you can't, like, you got to really pay attention to when your last pin is, or you'll overshoot. Just saying. So just, if you're like me and you get, like, your body gets into, what do I want to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just get used to doing something that it ends up, you don't even think about it. So I have to think about it again. I have to, like, retrain my brain. My Aries personality, high static, causing my yarns to foul up. Had a major clash this weekend. I understand, Carol. All of the static is, I keep shocking myself. Every time I touch something metal, I get shocked, and it's not like a little bit. Sending some my way, Wendy. So what are you sending? What are we sending? Some sunshine? I want some sunshine. I don't know if that's what you're sending. From rainy South Wales. I am feeling much better. I'm just grumpy. I was a little grumpy yesterday, and I'm a little grumpy today, but we managed to get school in, get it in before I had to come out here, which was good. I got my reading stuff done, which I didn't think I was going to be able to do because we were running a little bit behind this morning. I don't know. You guys know how. Like, it's sometimes you just wake up and I don't know. I don't know. Please like and oh, to your vlog, Majid. I think that's what you're asking me to do. I'll check it out later. I promise I will. Rose, my court is fighting about housing, trying to kick me out because the false complaining people lying. Oh no, Rose, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. People can be really, I don't know. Sometimes it's shocking, like how things will go. Um, what happened, Carol? It says, dang, my Z machine counter didn't last week. Oh, did it break on you, Carol? See, I think it might be a weak spot in these machines because my other machines, I have no problem with it. But I do like this counter. I do like it. I do like it. Majid needs my help. We'll work on that. I broke my Addy handle by tightening screw too hard. So if anyone has an Addy and the handle is wiggly, you need to take it apart and shim it. Well, you know what, J&T Leather, I do know that Addy says that there needs to be play. So there does need to be some play in your handle. If it's too tight, I know it seems like sometimes it's too loose, but if it's too tight, it can be a problem too. Getting my big Centro the day before Valentine's Day. Oh, that's a nice present to yourself. I can't wait to start hats and stuff. Oh, Vera, I'm excited for you. You're going to love it. Trisha says, I need to figure out how to put my profile pic on Zoom. I think if you go into your account settings under Zoom, I think that's how you do it. I think. You know, do I not say this every time? I need to wind up my stinking yarn before we start so I don't have to like keep doing this. I wish I had money to get one of those machines. Rose, well, you know what? You very well might be able to get one down the road. When I give away more machines, I think I probably will once my account's not frozen. Anybody ever have problems with PayPal? I'm just praying that and I understand it because I've got a lot of I would have never thought there would be so much issue with doing international things, but I've been working with Centro and they're in China, and I've been working with the lady in Kenya, and it probably looks like I'm doing like shady stuff, which I am not. I'm not doing anything shady, but so I guess I get it, but I guess I should have known better than to I have a regular business account. I just left the money in the PayPal, and now they froze it. It says they get back with you in 3 days, so we'll see. 3 days. By Thursday, I'll have an update as to whether my business account is still getting that. Yes, you know what, Shar? I am ready for spring. I am ready, even though I'm not a big fan of spring because it's like muddy and gross. I mean, I love tulips. They're like my favorite flower, and that's when they come up, and that's always beautiful and lovely and nice. But yeah, but I really am a fall person more generally, but I am ready for anything with sunshine. Nitty, yeah, Nikita says she's done. We both need some sun. We need some vitamin D. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna scroll all the way down so I'm like seeing the most recent chat. You guys are chatting and I love it. Hey, Cheri, would like to know which machine is your absolute favorite. I've looked at Amazon in Canada, and it's going away. And there are some Centros with some different names in the ads, so that obviously, oh yes, Heather, I get you. There's like so many different, sellers, and it's hard to know which ones to go with. What is my favorite? Well, I would tell you, I love the way this one cranks. I do. I think it cranks a little differently than the Loombot or the Centro 48. Obviously, there's an issue with the stability of the counter. So just know if you get one of these Z machines that the counter can break on you, but that can happen with any of them, I suppose. I would tell you the Loombot, but you can't get that anymore. I would probably, if I were to have to pick between, if all you can get is a Centro 48, just look for a Centro 48 where they've sold several of them. Like where there's been a lot of sales gone through the reseller. But if you can get one of these purple and white machines, they do seem to crank better. And I put quite a few, I cannot talk today. Oh my gosh, guys. I have cranked quite a few things through it. Now, not tons, but quite a few things that have went through this that will not go through my 48. So, or my loom bot. So just to say, I kind of like the Z machine. I do. I just wish that the counter was a little bit more, yeah. Oh, Nikita, you're unable to link your bank accounts to PayPal. See, that's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm a little bit miffed with them. I mean, I guess I get it because they're just protecting, they don't want me to be scamming people, which I'm not. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's just aggravating. And I realize that I'm dealing with a Turkish company, and that might seem, but with all the international stuff that goes on, you would think it wouldn't be an issue, but whatever. And I'm somewhat of a new business, so whatever. They just want to protect the consumer, which is good. That's good. So I got to give them that, but let's just if you're a praying person, pray that they unfreeze my business account so we can keep doing all the fun things that we want to do with all the things that we do here. Let's see. J&T. I've got some beanies available on Insta. Oh, okay. I'm going to check that out. J&T Leather. I'm going to check you out. I got to go to work. Just wanted to say, oh, thank you for jumping in. Started a new job training this week. Oh, I hope it all goes well. I'll be praying for you. Thank you so much, Cher. Have a good one. Thank you for being here. I know I'm jumping around, guys. I just wanted to make sure. Darlie K. I had read or heard somewhere that the Loops and Threads Soft Classic was soft, so I ordered some. I tried it this weekend, and my 48 hated it, and it doesn't feel soft to me. Any tricks for using it? Hey, Darlie K. Sandy, is that what you used, that you had some issue with it as well? I don't have a lot of experience with loops and threads. The only thing I've used with loops and threads is the facets yarn. So if anybody has any insights for that, I would bet it's probably stiff like Red Heart maybe, and maybe using a dryer sheet or doing the earplug trick, like getting the silicone earplug. I will tell you though, if you're up for spending about, I don't remember how much these were, guys. I think they were $20 some. The set of weights, these are great. I think the combination of the earplug and the weights for the problem yarn, I think that might be the golden ticket, guys. But and these are just for flatbed knitters, or is that what they're called? Flatbed knitters, like the long panel knitters. They work really well, and they just hook into your, they do kind of bounce off the machine after, when the tube isn't very long, but you can try that. But I think Sandy yesterday on the Zoom had said something about the soft classic. Maybe it's been a bleak and soggy autumn and winter over here in the UK, but the snowdrops are out and the daffodils have buds, and I'm looking forward to doing lighter shades of those chilly days. Oh, see, that sounds wonderful. The snowdrops and the daffodils. I love daffodils. I love any kind of bulb flower. I love it. I don't know I think it's the cleanness of a tulip or a daffodil, like the crisp lines. I don't know. But I will tell you, I played with our family played on Sunday was it Sunday? Okay. My son's birthday. Was it Sunday or was it Saturday? No, it was Saturday. What am I saying? Oh my gosh. I'm losing my marbles. It's called Colors and Hues. I think of myself as understanding color, or having an understanding for color, as being pretty good. I went to art school for a while. I dropped out, but I used to paint, not really well, but I did. I could mix color, if I needed to match a color, when I painted furniture, man. But I can't play that game to save my life. I stink at it. I really do, and it's so frustrating. But anyway, when it comes to flowers, I absolutely adore bulb flowers. What is the replacement counter that you use on the site? I got it on Amazon, but they also sell it on there, and it's in my Amazon Shoppy Shop thing. I put the link in there. If you have a 22 and you want to put this on, you have to have an adapter though, so you have to go to the Dopamine Innovation site to be able to get that the set with the adapter. But this works on a 40 or a 48. I used what's it called 3M, the 3M command sticky hooky things on it to hold it on, and then just use a little bit of glue on where the magnet is over here, and it works really well. But my counter, to tell you the difference, that my actual counter, I reset it when we started. It is on 13 rows. The actual count is on 32 rows. So this is definitely not working at all. But I do like this counter, and it was easy to put. I was a little intimidated at first of like gluing this part down and do it. It all works really well. Let's see. Trish, can you stop pausing whilst you're talking? I need to see how to do the hats. I could, but maybe I don't want to. No, I'm not being very nice. Trish, I understand. I'm trying to answer questions, and sometimes it's not easy for me to answer and crank. So you can go look at my YouTube. There's lots of videos on there on how to do them, or you can go watch somebody else. But thank you for being here. Okay. I already asked that. I already answered that. Can you, oh, wait, we did that again. I changed out the knitted bunny tail with a handmade. Oh, that would be cute, Wendy. That would be really cute. That would be really, really cute. And actually, let me go back to this person. Where did she go? Trish, I'm just cranking. So that's all I'm doing right now. If you want to learn how to cast off, it might take a while because I talk a lot and I'm only on row 35 and I probably have to do 150 rows. So you could pop off and then come back in a little bit and I'll be casting off. Or you can watch this later and just zoom through my talking if you don't like it. Okay. Trisha said, yes, earplugs are awesome. Julie says, the loops and threads impeccable, works well on the 48. See, I've not tried it. Is that comparable to like Big Twist value, Julie? Okay, Sandy, I thought it was. Sandy said, yes, that's the one I used for the little chicken. I had to use the loosest tension. It doesn't feel soft to me either. I love it when they refer to a yarn as soft and then it's not soft, right? Let's see. Darla says, I use facets to make the body on the bunny. I may have to save it for crocheting if your tips don't work. Is it going to be too, maybe, I don't know. That would be really cute actually, but it might be kind of soft. I don't know. It might be a little floppy, but I think it might be really cute to have that patterning for the bunny. And then Sandy, thank you for sharing. If you're not in the Facebook group, it looks like I have it doesn't feel like a knot, but it's got some fuzzies. I'm going to trim it off here. Typically, I will talk about this. This is probably a manufacturer knot, but it's really good. I'm not going to worry about like cutting it. If you get a knot, I've had this question before. If you get a knot in your yarn while you're cranking, I do not put them. If it's like a big bump knot, I do not put them in my hat. I won't crank them into the tube. What I will do is I'll cut it and lay it in like a color change, and then just keep going, because you never know where that knot's going to end up. It might end up on the like where in a place where you don't want it to be. So if you ever encounter that where you have a lot of knots in your skein, I just cut them and place them in just like a color change. Thank you, Nikita. I do have my sweatshirt on. I have my crank knitter sweatshirt on. You can get one of those over on the spread shop if you are interested. Thank you, Nikita, for sharing that. Appreciate you. Let's see. EJ's daughter says, I like the counter too. Put yours on the 32 pin. I need a 32 pin. Oh, Paula, I love it. So Paula has, and she'd shared before, there's a statue in her town, and they go and put hats out and scarves and things for the homeless. They go and put them on the statue. So she's going to go put more items on the statue. I love that, Paula. I love it. I love it. I love it. See how I've got now, guys, I have this on the tightest setting. But see, it does knit up pretty tight. We're about 48 rows and we haven't really gotten very far. I think I did like 150. I need to do some plain Jane beanies too, because I want to do this like this big giveaway, and I need to get some plain ones in. A lot of my stuff is like for ladies. I mean, some guys might wear them, but I need to get some more plain beanies. I haven't done just plain ones in a while. I need to do that. Trisha, I know it wasn't from you. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Trish. Trisha, thank you. Yeah, Lisa, thank you for being understanding. I'm just not the most coordinated person, you know, like the whole chewing gum and walking thing and not falling down. Yeah. Oh, they live, we sleep. How are you doing? Missed you yesterday. Working at the moment, but happy to catch a live. Hello from Bellevue, Washington. Loving the Will It Crank videos. Hoping to be able to join a crank and chat soon. Oh, I hope so. I hope you can come. It was so fun talking to you before. So hopefully you can make the next one. Julie, it is a 3-weight, but thicker than your average 3. I've never used the big twist. Okay. So, or the Impeccable is a 3-weight. Oh, I might have to order some and try it. I might have to. So Wendy said my Addy 22. Did it split, Wendy? Did you have a lot of splitting on the Impeccable? I think we talked about that yesterday, didn't we? It's knotting up on me. This stuff cranks so well. I mean, it's really pretty too, guys. I love the, I'm like an orange. I've been on the orange kick lately. Let's see. JNT Leather says they made a fancy beanie in orange. Speaking of orange, that's so funny. On their site. I think a lot of people's base soft yarns off Red Heart Super Saver, which just keeps getting rougher. I feel the same way, Lisa. I also think I've had some batches of Big Twist Value that have been a little bit, it depends on the color though. Some of those that have been a little bit stiffer too. Oh, yay, Kieran, I'm so glad you got the CranKnit t-shirt. Wow, thank you for ordering. It doesn't tell me who actually, like, I don't see through the shop. I don't get to see who actually, the name of the people who order, but thank you for ordering. That's great. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so Trisha said that her Centro didn't like the Impeccable either. Had to use the earplug to get through it. Beanie Babe, you are not late. I'm just cranking or trying to crank and talk. It's not working so well. Apparently I'm upsetting some people because I can't do both. Hello, MK Crafts and family. How are you doing? Yeah, Paula said they have about 40 statues of presidents. So that's cool. That gives you lots of like statues to put stuff. I love that idea. It's like the yarn bombing of the statues through the winter. I think that is great. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see here. Thank you. PJ Mommy says, let's help support our moderators. We have Nairo. Check out her channel. Please do that. She's the one, Hook Stitch by Stitch by Nairo, HSS by Nairo. She's the one that I got these coasters from. So go give her some love. Give Sandy some love too over on the PJ Mommy and Nikita, which is the Knitsy channel. So make sure you're supporting our mods too. I appreciate them. You're my sister from another mystery. See, we're the same. We're the same people, Trisha. Yeah. Yeah, here's Nikita's site. Sandy shared that over on the YouTube. Let's see. My favorite is a lion brain. You know what? I've not used Pound of Love. I have to tell you guys though, I really do like Basic Stitch. I really kind of like, uh-oh, I lost my camera. Hold on. What happened to my camera? I heard it click. Hold on. Let me show you. That was weird. It like blipped. It blipped. I do like this. And I didn't use I've never tried this until I did the blanket for my daughter. And then I made some hats out of it. And it does pretty well too. It's a 4-weight. And sometimes you can get some pretty good buys at Joann's with this. And they have really pretty colors, guys. So that's something you might want to consider too. But I'm kind of wondering if Pound of Love or Pounds of Love, because you get a lot, and that would be nice for doing a lot of hats and things. So I'll have to check it out. There's just too much yarn and not enough time. My Addie loves the Impeccable. Made some Beetlejuice inspired bees on it Saturday with that yarn. See, isn't it crazy how some of the machines, they have a mind of their own? It's kind of aggravating, isn't it, guys? It's a little aggravating, not gonna lie, because I know I think Trisha's machines did okay with Red Heart, and I just can't even hardly get my machines to do it. I will tell you, I have not tried. I'm gonna try using like the Ice Yarn Savor yarn. I love that yarn, but it didn't go through my 48. I haven't tried it in this yet. I need to do that. I need to try Red Heart in this too. And maybe with the weights, it might do really well. I don't know. The weights do help a lot, because I think what happens is the machines start to like, you get so far in and it really has a hard time with that knitting process, and that weight kind of keeps it pulled down. It's no different than like on a flatbed knitter. It's the same thing, right? Do I need a flatbed knitter? I kind of want one. I shouldn't want one, right? I'm kind of thinking I need one. So Nikita there, thank you for sharing over on Facebook too. And Nikita, make sure you share your stuff too. You are welcome to share it. Please do that. I'm still sad that they changed the Bernat Premium from years ago. I'm sad that they're running out. See, I think, yeah, I think a lot of the yarns are probably going cheaper. Do you think? Oh, that's a good idea. JNT says I dipped each needle in my Vaseline when putting it back together. And I think I remember that you were the one that said you use Vaseline. That's kind of a good idea, actually. We need to play around with it. Beanie Babe says, can't wait to give the bunnies a try. Yes, you guys, make the bunnies, and make sure you're sharing in the group when you get them done. Because I want to see them. I want to see the bunnies. Oh my gosh, I can't even say that, Helen. Helen, thank you for being here. I don't know. Is it Cleethorpes? I don't even know where that is. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I just don't know. I don't know. I'm going to sneeze, guys. Hopefully not. Impeccable is very much one that varies by color. I made my Baby Yoda with a couple colors that worked great, but other colors. Yeah, see, that's kind of like I love this yarn. It's the same way. It's the same way. Trisha, I'm almost convinced we're the same person. Only you're craftier than I am. I don't know about that. I think you do pretty well. Sandy says, my friend Jazz uses Impeccable on her Addie. I'm hoping it'll work on my Central. I have like a Michael's coupon thing that I need to use. I should probably order some stuff. Karen said I had trouble with the black Pound of Love. So see the colors, the dye lots, it makes such a difference. Yeah, see, I thought so, Trisha. I thought you had said you could use it. MK Crafts Mail. I want a flatbed one. See, I just think about, because I can do the panels in here to make stuff, but wouldn't it be nice to make a big old panel for doing like a sweater? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could do them with my little machines, my 48. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want one. Okay, see, I'm not the only one. See, this is not good, guys. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Okay, I want to talk really quick about something here too. Okay, so this is 3-weight. I don't know if you can see like where my hand is. I can't really. Let me see if I can tilt my whole table. I want to show you. I usually do, and I've shared this before, but I'm gonna share it now. I have a lot of times where people will say, well, how do you know how many rows to do? I usually like my beanies to be a certain size. So once I usually hit 175, like on if I get to 75 rows and I've hit my wood down here, let me see if I can do this. Sorry guys, if it's too loud. I'm going to tilt it. Okay. So if I get to 75, you guys can't even see the tube. The tube is like right there. There's like about that much, if that makes sense, before we're hitting. And we're at 78 rows right now. So what I do is I kind of estimate however many rows like it takes me to get to this. I subtract from the 75. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. And then I add that to my 130. So my 130 is like my standard for my beanies. And that's usually like Heartland, Lion Brand Heartland, or Karen Simply Soft, things like that. Now it depends on your tension, right? But that's usually what I do, 130. So now I've got all this left to go before I'm hitting the bottom. So I know I've got to do a lot more rows. So I hope that makes sense. So I don't know if that's helpful for anyone, but I know I've had questions about how do I know. That's just what I do to gauge size depending on the yarn, because it is different with every yarn. Even if it's the same weight of yarn, sometimes it knits up differently. Some things will, even if you have the same tension and you hold it the same, it just depends on the yarn, on how it knits up. Let's see, Lisa, that yarn is beautiful. I'm always afraid to use with sparkles because so many people accidentally wash them. Yeah, warm or hot. A lot of people got upset with their hats and scarves or blankets no longer sparkles. Yes, I understand. I wanted to try it, so I bought it. So I'm hoping that somebody will like it. I think it is pretty. I'm surprised that it's the sparkles aren't like pokier. Does that make sense? I'm really pleased with how that Luxe is not so pokey. I kind of like it. Typically, I wouldn't be a sparkly, glittery kind of a person, but I'm kind of starting to be more of that kind of a person. All right. Yeah, Lisa, I kind of agree with you. I kind of agree with you. It's we all should just make a pact not to pay full price for any yarn, right? Kind of. Elise says definitely gonna do a bunny, just got to buy more yarn. I got a Centro 48 and a 22. No idea the brand I got years ago, cheaper versions of the Centro. Well, I want to see. When you get it all done, make sure. Michelle says you need a flatbed knitter. Of course, stars. Yeah. I think it'd be fun. There's one on, I keep eyeing this one. It's on Marketplace. It's kind of a lot of money though, guys. But it's an antique, but they said that it's been redone and it works really well. And they show like that it works, but it's a brother. I don't know how big, I don't know how to just like how to differentiate the sizing. But it looks cool. It has like a suitcase for it. But I just think, I don't know how hard, if it's really hard for me to set it up, I don't know how often I would use it. That's my thing. Cause I'll have to set it up and then take it down. And here I don't have a lot of room. So I don't know, but it'd be fun to try it, right? I haven't ordered it yet, but I think I am going to. Once my PayPal account is unfrozen. Because actually, Sandy, to be honest, I was going to order the gears this morning and I was going to order, I thought about ordering the machine this morning, but I can't use my PayPal and my money is in my PayPal for the business. So yeah. So that's fun. All right. And I think I am going to go, to 150. Well, oops, my hand slips. We'll see where we're at here. We're not quite to the board yet, and we're just about at 90 rows, and I keep tangling up. You know, ever since I had the Rona, like when looking at the cranking, it makes me dizzy, guys. A little bit. Now with this Luxe in there, whoo, it's making me a little dizzy. But I want to see where we're at here. I think that's another 25 rows, 30, 20. Yeah, I think 150 because we're just like, if I roll this down, we're right at the thing. So, and that was 95. So that add 25 to 130, well, that's 155, but I think I'm only going to do 150. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think you think. Okay, I'm going to scroll down here. Whoa, there we go. Let's see. You mentioned earlier, Ian says, about the counter not going straight onto the 22 machines. Can you say again what I need? I was watching and cooking now. Oh, if you want to get that counter, this one here for the 22, I think you have to order through their site directly, Ian, which is, I think it's Dopamine Innovations. I think that's what it is. Because you need a little spacer or a little thing to be able to fit on the 22. Otherwise there's not, because I think the 22, hold on, I got mine down here. I've got this one and there's not enough lip there. So there's like a little spacer thing so that it'll fit on there. So yeah, I think you have to order directly from them because the one on Amazon is only good for the 40 or the 48. I think it'll work on the, no, I don't know that it'll work on the 32 either. I don't know if it works on the 32. I don't know. Let's see. Casting off was a struggle for me until I started doing them one pin at a time. I don't crank a full row before I cast off. Yes, Trisha. So, Trish must have asked a question. Oh, thank you, Sandy. She just shared the Dopamine Innovations. That's the actual site of the place where you can order, or you can get it on Amazon. It comes from the same company. But if you want to get the 22, if you want to get the little adapter, you have to order it through them, I think. Thank you for sharing it over on Facebook too, Nikita. I appreciate that. When do you finish bunny number 2? Yay! I'm excited. I am excited. Let's see. Let me go back here. Are you going to try the extenders for the flat? I was looking at those, Darla. I know I mentioned them before because I think that it looks cool. I just don't. Yeah, Sandy, rude PayPal. Yes, rude for PayPal. Exactly. I don't know. I need to look and see exactly how to use them. I'm looking at them though because I think it would be kind of nice because I want to be able to do longer. I want to be able to do bigger panels. Yes, bigger panels. Lunch break is over, so I got to sign off. Thank you for being here, Carol. You have a fantastic week as well. What's the price of this machine? I think is somewhere between $52 and $56 USD on Amazon. Hold on, I'm up against my thing there. Ian says, working on my 40 with mandala ombre, couldn't figure out why I was having stitches until I realized my humidifier hadn't been, oh, yeah, I need one out here. That would be really helpful. I just haven't got one. This crank's so easy. Lisa says, I want to try the extenders for sweaters, but I have no idea it's supposed to work. Yes, it sounds complicated to me, but maybe it's easier. Sometimes even just like panels. Guys, I waited a long time before I did panels. And they're really not that hard. You just have to, like, the beginning, it takes longer, obviously, than just cranking a tube because you got to really pay attention to your ends, your starting and your stopping, and making sure your tension is tight. I kind of give it a pop when I go from one side to the other. But so it took me a long time to like want to even try it because I was a little afeared of them. But then I think, okay, Cheri, I'm thinking about like a flatbed knitter. And if you look at that with all the knitting needle pins and it looks complicated. Yeah, I don't know. April says silicone lube works well. I I don't know where mine's at. That's what I used when I lubricated my machine. Oh, I'll have to see. I'm excited, Wendy. Wendy just posted her second bunny. I'm excited. We got about 30 more rows to go, and then I'll be casting off, guys. More rows to go. And then don't forget, I'll be back later too at later tonight at 7:30 to do another cranking for community, and we'll do another hat at that time. I think I'll do I need to do plain. I'll have to see what yarn I want to use for that. Oh, Sandy, I'm looking at cheap cord makers on Amazon right now. Maybe a pipe cleaner in the middle of the cord. Oh, I'm missing your conversation, MK Crafts and Family. What you're looking for, what you're doing. You must be trying to make something stuff. Do you have a video using? I do, Wendy. I have one in the CranKnit 101 series. I have one in there. Yes, I do. And there's a few little tips and tricks to using this little dude. I want to get a smaller one though, because it does make the cording is a little larger. If you want to do like the words, like the knitted words, I really want to get the tulip, I think, because that sizing. This one is a 6-pin. I think the tulip is it a 4, guys? I don't even know. Okay, Lisa said she found that the Vaseline gets a bit gunky and thick from dust and fibers. That makes sense too. That makes sense. All right. Anne says, my mom had 2 brother flatbed knitter machines. One was a chunky yarn machine, the other in my storage unit. I wish I had space to set them up. See, that's my thing. I don't know if I can. I think I can set it up. I think I have enough room that if I cleaned off my table in front of me, that maybe I can make it work. I don't know. I really think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. And then we could I could do videos of how it is, like how, learning how to use it. I don't know. Maybe that might be entertaining, guys. Maybe. I saw someone use green garden ties in their I-cord for making them firmer. Oh, yeah. I would think it would have to hold up in the wash since you hold up the weather in the garden. For inside your I-cord. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Nikita. Nikita just shared, I think, the link to the I-cord or the Addie Egg video. Karen says the gal from Express Knitters uses a tulip for her. Does she? Yeah. See, it's a little bit smaller. And I think I want to say Nicola in her books used the, for the festive knits. I think she used a smaller I-cord too. Because what did I use for the arms of my snowman? Mine were a little big. I wanted a smaller, but I didn't have it. I could have done little panels, but I didn't do that. But I will. Did you guys see Express Knitters that she has flowers, guys? She has patterns for flowers. She has the slippers too. I've been eyeing the slippers, and I have bought several of her patterns, but I haven't made any of them. I need to do that. I haven't made them, but I bought several. Grease. Okay, JNT Leather says you really okay. Wait a minute. Let me show you. Let me see if mine's back here. I'll show you what. This is 3-in-1 silicone, and it's made for plastic. This is what I used, and it's very liquidy, guys. But this is what I used when I lubricated my 48, and it seemed to work okay. I haven't had any issues with it. But I use it very sparingly. I didn't use a lot of it. So I don't know for all of you. I know in the beginning, I think Trisha, we were on the band that don't take your machine apart, because the minute that you do, you're going to have problems with it. But when I had to replace a pin in my Addie, I thought this doesn't seem too terribly hard. But see, for me, when I lubricated my machine, I did not take the needles out. I didn't do any of that. I just lubricated the gearing, over here in the handle. That's all I did. Let's see. Yeah, J&T says I only grease the gears and now the needles. Wendy says that's what I use for my sewing machine. The same, is it the same one, the 3-in-1, Wendy? Okay, so we have a little bit more to go here, and then we'll cast off. I don't know what time it is. I'm actually doing really well, I have to say, because it's 12:55 and I'm almost done with the hat. That's good for me, guys. Half the time when I'm like talking and cranking, it takes me an hour and a half to get one done, right? Sometimes. Michelle, I'm making a hat. I'm making a I'm cranking out a tube to make a hat is what I'm doing. And I'm almost done. I have one more. Okay, oh, this is what I want to talk about, guys. All right. So, I'm at 149. I want to do 150. So typically, like I would look over here. Oh, and I have to tell you, my counter over here says 56 rows. This one is 149. So that's why I needed to get the replacement counter. Okay. So I really kind of have to pay attention when it ends, because I'm going to end like right there. See? And if I'm looking over here when it does it, like I can end up like missing, if that makes sense. So I have to like really pay attention, because this is, I mean, it makes sense that I'm here and it's right there and it flips over. But a lot of times it's easier for me to, I can end up overshooting, I guess is what I'm saying. So just if that's an issue you may have if you get the counter, because I've done it several times now where I overshoot. So for anybody who wanted to know casting off, what I do is I wrap my yarn around my machine, which is kind of overkill. It's a little extra, but I always want to make sure that I have enough. And then I cut it, and then I find my needle. Hopefully I find my needle. Hold on. I like my bent metal one is the one that I use. And then I will thread my needle. Thread my needle, thread my needle. Okay. And then I hold this up like this. And this is the 48 pin. I'm done. Got the 150. And then I just crank. Now, guys, I am getting to where I'll do multiple stitches now. But I just crank a few in the beginning to release it. If you're new, I would only crank like one. Release one at a time. I do not. I know lots of other people will spin it around one whole time, releasing all the stitches, and they'll work this direction around. They'll go this direction. I do it all right here, and then I can see it too. I'm not working away from me. I'm working right above me, and I can actually see. And I think it helps too if you have an issue with splitting your yarn. If you're right above it, you're going to see what you're doing. If you're doing it over here, it's easier to split your yarn. But whatever works for you. This is just what I've found to be the best. Now, once I release, several of these stitches and I have a little bit more play in my yarn, I will pick up multiple at a time. And when I do that, hold on, I'll show you. I will pick up like one and I will hold it with my finger, pick up another, hold it with my finger, pick up another. And then I only get a few on there. And then something I still do is I will put my finger over that next stitch so that I don't pull it off. So that's something you can do as you get more comfortable casting off. But yeah, I would just do like one at a time if you are just starting out, because this is where you can drop those stitches, and it's really hard to recover those drop stitches when it's off the machine. You can do it, but it's kind of a pain in the butt, not gonna lie. And if I drop a bunch of stitches right at the cast off, a lot of times I'll just frog it and start all over, which makes you want to cry because you don't want to do that, but yeah. But this is just what I've found to work for me. It doesn't mean, excuse me, got a tickle in my throat. It doesn't mean that's the, the absolute way you have to do it. You just figure out what works best for you. All right, so there we go. And then let me get my machine out of the way, and then we'll close it up. Let's see. Trish says, oh my gosh, you make it look so easy. I've struggled. I struggled in the beginning too, Trish. I really did. I dropped stitches all the time. I would get angry. I would get so angry, because especially if I was using a yarn that was not working really well, and you fight with it to get the tube made, and then you get to the end, and then I totally get it. You'll get it. The more you do, it just takes practice. That's probably the thing that you have to practice, and what you can do, this is what I suggest doing, guys. I know that most of it, like, I did this a few times, like, just do about 12-15 rows of a tube and cast off, and then frog it again, and then do it again and cast off, and you do it several times. You'll get, oh, my camera keeps bonking out here. I'm waving my hands and it doesn't like it, I guess. There we go. I don't know why it's popping off. StreamYard, get your stuff together now. So that's what I would do. Just practice it. And then you're not working on a project. Just get some yarn that you know works really well, and just do it a few times, and it'll be good. Okay, so this is what the tube looks like. And it looks all wonkalicious. Now we got to stretch it, guys. Give it some good stretches. The later live is too late for me, but that's okay. I'll give me something to look forward to. Yeah, you can watch it on the replay. I would love it if you do that, Sarah. Thank you for being here too right now. I appreciate you. All right. So see the difference? Look at that. Look at that. Now it's like little itty bitty. Look at how little that tube looks, right? Once we stretch it. Let me go this way too. Let's see. What did Trish say? Trisha says, it's easy. I told you how to do the exact same thing she's doing. Yes. Yeah. Do one at a time. Yeah. MK Crafts and Family. I kept dropping stitches last night when I changed colors. I have to rewatch your video and see where I went wrong. Are you doing the half tie after you change the color? Because once you lay those two in, you have your color where you did your tail, you lay it in. So tail, lay it in, cut it, lay it in around your last pin, and then you bring your next color in and lay it in right next to it. You hold on to those, and then hold on to your yarn, and then crank to get it, and then make sure that you do the half tie. So, because sometimes if you don't, I will say, or if your tail's not long enough, it can like slide out when you stretch it or whatever. So just make sure, because I've done it. I've been guilty where I forget to do the half tie, and then I've lost a few stitches in the process. So let's see. J&T Leather says, any left-handers here, if you can cast off backwards, you can make a hat in reverse. Yeah, you can crank in reverse, can't you? Yeah, Nikita, she says there's a hole in the, yes. You just have to make sure not to have too small of a needle, or I think it'll fall inside. This is what she's talking about. There's a place right here where it'll hold your needle. See that, guys? But it has to be a big enough needle. Don't use a little one. Oh wait, hold on. Can you see it right there? Right there. If you use a little one, then it could fall inside the machine. But yeah, there's a little tip. There you go, little holder for your needly in your Addy. Okay, so now we're gonna make our beanie by doing a double layer, and I just put my hand through. I pull one end into the other end. Now you'll see, because I've watched them, and maybe you guys do this already. There are videos where they'll cinch this end, and then they'll put the string in, and then they'll pull it through. And I said, I do not like to do that, and let me tell you why. I will tell you why, even if you don't want to know. I'm going to tell you anyways. I think you can easily get your knitting twisted. And when you have a pattern, or when you have, not on a solid, I don't think it's a big deal. On a pattern, I'm a little OCD, not going to lie. And I want everything to look nice and neat and straight. And if you have it kind of like this, where it's twisted, and then when you do the brim, it just doesn't look as nice. I think it's tidier if you pull this through and you line up your ends. I just think this is just what I found. I think it's tidier. Line up your tails so they're on the same side, and then just kind of flatten out your knitting on the inside. Get it all smooth and neat and tidy and lovely. And then you cinch it up, and you want to be very careful not to break your yarn or snap your yarn when you're cinching. I know Nikita had a really cool thing where she put her hat over the like a, what's it called, like a votive or a candle thing, and to cinch it up. And I think that's a great idea because then it's like pulling evenly. But if you put your she has a video on that, you can check it out on her site. If you put your finger in there and you know, tighten it up, it helps so you don't get a lot of pucker. And then you just want to really be careful to get it all neat and tidy like that. I don't know if you can see that. And then I check on the inside too to make sure that I haven't, because it can pucker on the inside and it looks fine on the outside, and then you've got this big old section that looks kind of, I don't know. It reminds me of something. I don't want to talk about what it reminds me of. If you've had babies, you might understand. Okay, so then we go ahead and cinch the next one. And this is what I talk about when I talk about tuck your puck. This is a pucker, right? That's what I call it. I don't know any other term. Like, you could cinch up your hat and make it like do that. It might actually look kind of cute, actually. If that happens, you could just say it was intentional. You could say it's the style. But I like to tuck that all in and make it nice, neat, and tidy. So I just cinch that up, cinch the inside up, and then I will show you. I have all these long, beautiful, luscious tails. So yeah, it's overkill what I use for my cinch line probably, but that's all right. Okay, so then we're gonna knot this off. And this is where, if you're not careful, you can break your yarn. This yarn is actually pretty strong. It's pretty strong. I'm going to trim my tails just a little bit here. I use my beautiful embroidery scissors that make me happy. Aren't these cute, guys? I've only poked myself a million times with them, though, because they are very, very sharp. Aren't they cute? They're my embroidery scissors, because my other scissors are way over there, and I can't reach them without getting up. Okay, so let me get my needle back. I want my needle back. Okay, so now we're going to thread both of our tails in, and then I into our needle, and then I go through the center. And you can see here, look at how tight that is. See how nice that is? Nice and tidy. Now, not all, this is a 3-weight yarn, so that's why it's easier. Not all yarn will like to be cinched. Not all yarn likes to be cinched up. If it's thicker yarn, you will have a tendency to have, you know, where it doesn't want to cinch, and then you may have to stitch it closed. You may have to stitch your hole closed. Okay, so I give it a few more knots on the inside, and then we will get rid of our tails. All right. Hello today from Wisconsin. Has anyone heard about that she is doing videos from the hospital and she hasn't had surgery? Don't keep her in your thoughts. I don't know who that is about Granny D. I don't know who that is, but so she is having surgery, Jason. Tina, I'm just finishing up. For some reason I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry, Tina. YouTube, didn't you notify Tina? Okay, so now we're going to get rid of our tail, our tails. I loop it through each side to cinch all at one time. So that's how J&T Leather does it. This is the way I do it, but you can do it whatever works best for you, really. Hello, is it Vonnie? Vonnie from Texas. Thank you for being here. Elisa, when you say lay it in right beside it, you mean on the other side of the pin? Yes. Let me grab my machine. I will show. Let me grab you. I'll grab the Addy because this is little. Okay. So let's say you're cranking, right? And you get to your last pin, which would be right here for the, and we're gonna do this with my leftover yarn pieces here. We're gonna use some leftover yarn, and I'm gonna show you. Okay, so let's say I knitted up a tube with this, right? So we're gonna hypothetically. So we've got our knitted up tube. It's all, just pretend with me. It's all knitted up. So now I've trimmed my tail. I trim it. I lay it in because this is my last pin. Lay it in. And then to bring in my next color, I'm going to lay it in right beside. So I would actually put it in my keeper, and I would lay it in right beside. And then I bring my hand through. So I would actually hold my tails like that. I hold my two tails like that, laid right beside each other. I hold my yarn that I'm also knitting, and then I would go through, and then this is what it's going to look like. That's what it's going to look like when it goes down, if that makes sense. I lay them together. So then if you keep cranking and you crank and you crank, what's going to happen is you will have a little hole where the two of those, where you laid that in. And you have to, like, I half tie. Now, some people will knot it on the machine, and that's fine for them. And that's fine if you want to do that. I don't. I only half tie it, just like you're tying the first part of your shoes. And then I wait until I get it all cast off. I stretch the tube really well, and then I turn it inside out. And then that's when I pull out any slack. I make it look all nice and neat and tidy, and then I tie it off. So hopefully that's helpful. And now I've got yarn. I got yarn sticking out everywhere. Okay, so let me trim off my excess here, my tucked tails. And then we are done, guys. Done in the sun. Now this was 150 rows. It's very pretty. It's very pretty beanie. I'll show you the one I made before. And to show you, I'm going to compare so you all can see. Let me do this really quickly. Let me find one that I know was done when my counter actually worked. Hold on. Let me see. Here's one. Okay. So this right here. Let me make my brim about the same size so you can see. Okay. So this is 130 rows. This is Heartland Lion Brand, 130 rows. This is the Ice Yarn Magic Glitz, 150 rows. Do you see? Now I've got my brim a little thicker here. So let's match it up so the brims are the same. So see, this is my like guessing in terms of rows. So I just want you to know that depends on the yarn, right? It really just depends on the yarn, on how many rows you need to do. And I think, let's see, I think this one is one that I did that was, I want to say scarfy yarn. And I think this was only like 120 because I didn't have enough. So, so this is a kid's hat. Can you see the difference? Even though it looks wider, it's shorter here. So it'd be more for a child or, a young or like a teen or whatever. Or you could wear it as, like just a beanie without the brim, if that makes sense. So hopefully that's helpful, but see what I mean? 130, 150. It just depends. So my little trick where I say 75 rows to the board, whatever it takes after 75 rows to get to the bottom of the surface that you're knitting on, like whether you put your table or put it on a table or whatever, I subtract that from 130 or add it to 130. So, well, if it's 75 and then it takes me to 90 to get to the board, then what is that? You do the math. That's how many extra rows that I would need to add on at the end. That's kind of how I do it. That's how I guesstimate the amount. Okay. All right, guys, let me go back to my face here. That is not my face, Cheri. All right, there we go. Okay, so that's all I got for you today. Let me see, Lisa, I have your question up there. Lena, I am doing very well. I'm feeling lots better. I am getting still a little dizzy at times, which is so weird. I don't know what that is. Yeah, Nikita has a color changing video too, so you can watch that as well. I will have to go back and listen to about the color changes. I had to leave my desk for a short. Oh, that's fine. MK Crafts and Family. All right. Okay, guys. Well, that's all I got. See, isn't it pretty though? It is pretty. And even if you're not a shiny kind of person, guys, it's pretty yarn. It really is pretty. All right. Well, I will be back tonight at 7:30 again to make another hat. So hopefully you can join me then. If you can't, I will be live on Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to do coffee and chat. And then we just chat. So if you don't want to chat, that's not what you want to come for, then that's fine. Just come for the cranking. But yeah, we'll do that on Thursday at noon. But I'll see you at 7:30 tonight. Hopefully y'all can come. I hope. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Mr. Bam. Love you all, guys. Have a good one. Go make something. Stay cranky. We'll see you later. Bye. Bye. I'm pushing the button now. Bye.